Like our mind, not like our mind. Look.
I'll show you, though, man. I'll show you, but come on back, man.
At verse 9, it says, silver spread into plates. This is what's on this tree. Now, let me look at that one right there. You see silver plates? How can you put silver plates on some leaves?
The argument of whether or not Christians should celebrate Christmas. But here's my question for people to consider. Why is it that God does not get a say in our churchianity culture today on how we worship him? Have you ever thought about that? It's like nobody stops to ask, what does he think? He's very clear in his word that anyone who wants to come near him, he must be regarded as holy, and they must come his way. And we know from Scripture, God gave us his holy days and said, these are how my people are to worship me. And then he said very clearly, they're to be observed throughout every generation perpetually forever. And then he said, do not add to, do not take away from what I've just commanded you. What has Christianity done? They've taken away all of the biblical holy days, and they've added 2 new ones, being Christmas and Easter. You couldn't disobey the command more if you tried. Couldn't disobey the command more if you tried.
History.
Can I take boo-boo and just put it on pie crust and call it?
Look, it ain't about what you put. We're looking at history.
Can I take boo-boo and just put it on pie crust and call it?
Look, it ain't about what you put. We're looking at the...
Welcome to A Very Krampus Christmas, an annual holiday fair put on by Mystical Celtic Heart. A holiday Christmas, an annual holiday fair put on by Mystical Celtic Heart.
We're looking at the word, unless the word is boo-boo. I'm telling you to do this word.
We're not dealing with the word when it comes to us agreeing to it.
I'm not here to convert
We're agreeing
you.
to the word.
You're
the
not agreeing to
our
it.
perspectives.
You are not agreeing to what this word is saying.
I agree wholeheartedly.
No, you don't.
More than I do.
If it's pagan, you got to show it.
In the darkest days of winter, centuries before Jesus walked the earth. Centuries before Jesus walked the earth. In the Norse country, this winter celebration was known as Yule. Around December 21st, the winter solstice, fathers and sons dragged evergreens indoors as reminders of life and set logs on fire as a promise of good fortune.
They're just not go ahead and allow it to represent what it's representing.
Sir, I'm telling you, by the way that you are talking, you have not studied this thing here.
I never seen a real rainbow. I still believe though. Gotta believe though.
That don't explain me not studying because you have a difference of opinion.
It's not about opinion.
That I haven't studied my Bible. I see the same thing you're seeing, but you're rejecting it through your own perspective.
No, it's not pagan. Do you all know the history of Christmas?
Some Romans, particularly soldiers and government officials, also worshipped Mithra, the sun god. It is believed that to this small but powerful sect, the birthday of Mithra, December 25th, was the holiest day of the year. The church knew it could not outlaw the pagan traditions of Christmas, so it came to accept them. The church knew it could not outlaw the pagan traditions of Christmas, so it came to accept them. The church knew it could not outlaw the pagan traditions of Christmas, so it came to accept them. 4th century, the church made it official, declaring December 25th as the feast day of the Nativity. The evergreens traditionally brought indoors were decorated with apples, symbolizing the Garden of Eden. These apples would eventually become Christmas ornaments.
This has been a part of Christmas for longer than Christmas has been a part of Christmas. So Krampus actually came long before the St. Nicholas story. He's celebrated all around the world with parades and with traditions, and he's really making a big comeback right now.